Okay, here I am at the Boyertown Library. I'm just going to set up here and just put you on and see what happens. Oops.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I hope they close that door at some point. Did you write a book?
I did.
Ah, The Persistence of Vision.
Yep.
I like that. And what's it about? A romance?
It's a historical fiction. It's partly inspired by the Boyertown Opera House fire. It's about a theater fire in 1908, and the family that it centers on, all the small decisions that they make creates this domino effect
Yeah.
that ends up leading to the fire. So you walk through the summer with them and all these little things that happen.
Cool.
That ends up leading to the disaster.
Very nice. That's a shame, the fire, but
Yeah.
yeah, because I like historical buildings. I'm looking into a lot of that are very historical, like the cathedrals and things.
Oh, yeah.
They were really built a lot farther back than we think they were.
Really?
And they're really energy collectors. They were more, the spires were finding, they had mercury capacitors. And I don't know if you know anything about that kind of stuff, but electronics and whatnot. But yeah, and there's things built into even like the pyramids for sound amplification.
Yeah.
And so we're finding that there's free energy actually that flows around up there, and that these old buildings were really to collect that energy and use it. So yeah, so how come we're not getting that free energy? That's what we have to ask those questions.
Go in the locker and see if there's something there first.
Oh, there's something this.
Have you ever been to the museum?
Hi, so this is what I'm doing. Do you want to stop by? I'll be able to explain everything to you and show you the evidence. It's not a religious thing, it's scientific. This is my booth up there. I'll just leave this with you if you want to, and stop by and I'll talk to you about all the science behind it.
Of course not.
This is my booth up there. I have my banners up.
Oh, thank you.
And you should stop and I'll tell you the scientific evidence behind it.
Okay.
It's not religious. Okay?
Thank you.
It's a real thing. It's actually a real thing.
I know, that's what I did earlier.
I'm the lady up here with the banners. Okay, and this is what my topic is.
Okay.
And I can show you all the scientific evidence behind it. It's not a religious thing. So stop by. Hi. You can stop by and see my booth right here, and I'll tell you all about it. It's not religious. Where'd this go? So this is my booth, and I can tell you all the scientific evidence behind it. It's a real thing. It's not religious. It's a real thing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Stop by and I'll talk to you about it.
So help yourself to coffee and donuts and muffins.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
In this mouth, and then they go, it's all in here. Yeah, you won't put it on the ball.
Here, let's see how it works. What does it take, a penny?
What is it?
Oh,
Just stick it in his mouth.
like there?
No, the other way. There.
Oh, that. Oh, how cute.
You know, a lot of libraries have this.
Put it like this. There you go.
Is everybody pretty ready that we could have people start? I know it's a little early, but there's actually people lined up.
Oh my gosh, it's cold outside. Let them in.
Well, they're in the hallway at least, but nobody's opposed to that? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I do book club appearances, and I'm actually working with the Historical Society. I'm going to be doing a presentation. So yeah, I'm starting to line up with next week.
We don't care. You know there's more in us. And you can either take the serious or okay, and there's a bathroom down there. In case you care. So all these tables and all these books are from the library.
Alright. This winter. Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
We have an abundance. I thought, why don't I put them together as a set and see what happens?
Yeah, you gotta pay for those benches.
There you go. You ever hear of this? You can take this home and read it. There's the evidence for the flat earth, and you got to think for yourself and decide for yourself.
Something tells me it's going to lie to my brain.
Really? You're interested in science, though, I can tell, right? You good in school?
Actually, I'm interested in math.
Math, good thing. So math has to reflect reality, right? See, we have a curvature formula, 8 inches times a mile squared, based on a 24,901 equator. So if we looked out, we can measure how far something should be dropping in the distance over the horizon, if it's there, right? So when I go down to Wildwood, I see Atlantic City 32.6 miles away, and I shouldn't be able to see it. It should be hidden. It should be down over the curve, but it's not. So we're saying, well, why is that? See? And wherever you go, the horizon is always at your eye level. If you're up in an airplane or a Mount Everest, you look straight out, and there's the horizon. It doesn't ever go down. Now, why is that? Maybe it's because of this, perspective. You ever know what perspective is? It's when you look at a distance, things seem to go together. Like the edges of the road, the sky, and the land, they go to a vanishing point. But when there aren't two sides, then it goes to a line. So the horizon is really a line where ships can go into that and they would just like seem to disappear. But they're not going over, they're just going away. That's what happens with the sun too, it goes away.
We take your money right over here whenever you're ready.
So you resist? Boy, good job. This is going to have to be dealt with. If what the schools is teaching is true,
Ma'am, I really don't want to get into this.
I'm interested only in truth.
I'm sorry, please.
I'm only interested in truth.
I do not want to get into this.
Well, then don't interrupt anybody I'm talking to. Are you interested in science at all?
Always.
Always?
Always.
Well, these are 10 proofs that we are questioning. Is the Earth really a globe, or is it a flat plane? We're questioning that. So have you ever heard of this idea before? Like,
I guess I have.
they
sure.
say it's a religious thing. Well, it's not a religious thing. See? Based on a 24,901 equator, here's a formula for curvature. 8 inches times a mile squared.
Right.
So at any distance, we can square that and times it by 8 inches, and that should be how far down it should be hidden. But look at this. Right there, there's Chicago across 60 miles of Lake Michigan.
Okay.
So how come we can see that when it should be hidden under 2,400 feet of curvature? That would be a 240-story building. But we see it right there.
Well, that's certainly something to think about.
Well, yeah. Now that's the religious guy. He puts out all the Bible verses that match up with this. But I don't teach a religion thing about it.
No, but that's cool.
This is very interesting. If you go here, you get my 3 favorite videos. Type that in, and then it'll give you everything you see on the banners.
Okay.
And there's, look, that's our best. That's the best map we have.
Okay.
Antarctica goes around the outside edge. That's what they don't want you to know. Because look, all these world organizations, they use the flat Earth map, but they leave off Antarctica. They don't want you to know it goes around the outside edge.
Well, that's definitely something to think about.
Yeah.
Well, nice
You have a
talking to
great
you.
day.
Yeah, that's cool.
It is cool. I think it's very cool.
Oh, maybe I did my head or something.
Right on the water. I'm not sure. I think
Are you with him?
I am.
He got all the information.
All right.
How's business? No, that's not good.
Are you interested in science at all? We're questioning the shape of the Earth, and here's 10 things that you can look up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. See, we have a curvature formula. 8 inches times a mile squared. That gives you parabola. So when you look out, when I'm in Wildwood and I see Atlantic City, that's 32.6 miles away. I shouldn't be able to see it at all. It should be hidden under a 68-story building. It should be down. It's not. It's right there.
Well, that's interesting.
Look, here's Chicago, across 60 miles of Lake Michigan. That should be hidden under a 240-story building. But we see it right there. So why is that?
I don't know.
Well,
We'll have to ask Alexa.
oh no. Yeah, she's telling you the end of the earth, too. The end of the world. I was like,
I'm a flat earther.
are you? Oh!
Are you local?
Absolutely.
Oh, praise God. Are you Christian?
Wait a minute. Did we talk on... Are you from Limerick? Mm-hmm. That's me. I'm Marilyn, spirit level. Yes, I recognized your face. So, yeah. So I'm here. Yeah, you can have anything you want. But, yeah, that's Nathan Roberts. Yeah.
I'm trying to, I'm going to buy some public. I'm trying to share with him.
Yeah, well, bring him over here. I'll talk to him.
Look, 200 fruits.
Hi.
How you doing? I'm Marilyn, spirit level.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, you know, the horizon always at your eye level, no matter how high you go. In an airplane, Mount Everest, it's always at your eye level. Why doesn't it ever go down?
Sounds like you're an earther.
Sounds like I teach it. I go around and I teach it. Yep.
Yeah, see? Look.
Yep.
Look. Just take a look at what you
Yeah. What is your major question with this? What is your major thing, your problem with it?
Why would 99.9% of the world believe that the earth is round and fewer than... I don't even mean 99.9. I'm talking about 99.99999% of the world.
Well, do you know how many people are really closet flat earthers? We're conservatively thinking there's like 7 million of us now. So there is a government, a secret government that runs the entire world, and it's the New World Order gang. If you don't believe me, look at the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. 53 countries signed on to that. Yeah, and they won't allow anybody down there to free explore. You want to go there? They take thousands of dollars, they hold your hand and escort you around. They don't allow free exploration of that or the North Pole. And all the maps have been changed. There used to be something at the North Pole. Now there's nothing. They say it's just tundra or it's just ice. No, there's something there. Do you know anything about, see, I think we live in a torus field, where the earth is here and the electricity comes up and around, and out here is Antarctica, which they're hiding because it actually does go around the whole thing. It goes around. So this is like this. That's why we have the aurora borealis. This free electricity comes up out of the North Pole and then comes up and around. The sun is a filament, the moon's a filament, anode, cathode, and we should be getting free electricity. The governments are getting that free electricity and selling it to us. Do you know anything about Tesla? He did all these plasma experiments and everything. You got to research this to really understand what's actually happening in the world. We are being snookered big time. And when you show a little kid a spinning ball on the teacher's desk in kindergarten, you are indoctrinating them. You're brainwashing them. We were all brainwashed.
Well, let me ask you this. A simple question. Don't you think that mathematics can prove the Earth and the Moon and distance and the Sun?
We are accepting the reality with which we are presented as children. when we're brainwashed like that, it's really tough to get through that because, like, that's our foundation. The ground we stand on is our foundation of our world, our life. So to present that, it's a scary thing. When I first came to Flat Earth, I said, "Dear Lord, will you catch me if I fall?" I had to pray about it because it was a scary, scary thing. And if you have somebody who's got like an engineer's license and their whole career is based on a spinning ball, they put up satellites. I talked to many, many people. They put satellites, but you can't tell them that really aren't satellites up there. See, that like freaks them out. They would go insane, literally go insane. So you have to go and look at the evidence. Just look at the evidence and decide from there. You can't go on any preconceptions. See, that's what you have to do. Now you're going to say, well, but all these people believe this. Well, yeah, because I did too. I once did too. Here's only 10. You can look at 10. And you know what else? I made up this card. This is my favorite saying. What's the difference between being educated with lies or being uneducated? Nothing. See, the governments of the world are all on the same team, and they want to have power and control. So education or knowledge is power, right?
Oh, of course it is.
Okay, so if they have all the knowledge, then they have all the power. And we're just stupid, and we're following what they tell us. And that's how they have power. If all of us knew that we actually lived on this flat plane, and there's free energy up there, they would be in serious trouble, don't you think?
Yeah.
Especially when we've been paying school tax to teach our kids lies. They'd be in serious trouble. Even George H.W. Bush said that if they found out what we were doing, we'd have to run. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. Because I'm mighty mad. I'm so mad I'm out here telling people. This is an act of love for me to tell other people about this.
Okay.
What is your major concern? Look, here's water. Reflection on a flat surface. And look, it goes right on the frickin' table. That's reality. But if you have a curved surface and you hold it up to the light, you get the spot. You only get a little spot. That tells you something right there. And that's, we have to live in reality. If our math does not match reality, then it's not worth knowing, or this is what they're teaching us, is all this stuff that doesn't match reality. Here's 10 things you can look up on your own.
Thank you.
Did you ever hear this?
One of my colleagues is a tenured professor of astrophysics, so I'm kind of just...
Well, there's nothing different. When you look at the stars, there's nothing different. They are all fixed in their pattern. The planets are just wandering stars. When you look in a telescope, you cannot see three-dimensional. You can only see two-dimensional. The Jupiter, they say, is spinning, is rotating. No, there's another translucent body up there that just goes across it. That red spot, it just goes across it. It could be a little moon that goes around it, but it doesn't move, doesn't spin. These are not planets. These are points of light. That's what the astrophysics, that's all they need to know. They're being told stuff. They're being told stuff. And we believe it.
I'll tell you, I'm sorry, but you're way off. Way off. I work with people who are miserable.
Yeah, but you're not looking at the evidence. See?
It's all right.
I know. I know.
Love you.
Thank you. You too. I'm glad you stopped. I'm glad I recognized you.
2 years almost I've been trying to teach him even about the shadow government. I said, once you embrace this, everything else makes sense.
Yes. It all yeah. Everything comes open. Yep.
People believe a little bit of this, and I'm like, guess what?
You can look this up, buddy. And then question, what's true? That's all you have to ask. What is true?
What's true to you is this what's true.
Yeah.
If it ain't true, then it ain't.
That's right. Truth will set you free. Most of the time.
And what's amazing is most of the nations of the earth have that treaty in Antarctica. And I
Yeah.
tell people, do you understand how massive it is?
Yeah. We have not had a world enemy
No.
since then, at least, even before.
I said, think about it. We wouldn't all be part of the same treaty and be peaceable about it.
Yeah.
And I even tell them, did you ever see a meteor come in? If we were in a ball, right? Meteors should come up this way, if they're so.
Yeah, all
If
directions.
they believe,
Right, all directions.
I think that it might be, not certain about meteors, or I know rainbows, and I tell them, you can't create a rainbow without
a
glass.
yes.
Yeah. So what's it
Reflecting surface,
off?
right.
And why is it always arced? Because if you know there's a dome, it's
And that's the shape of the dome. Isn't that amazing to know that? Like,
I said,
that's
you've
what it
never
looks
seen,
like.
Yeah, exactly.
We ought to have coffee sometime.
We will. I have your card now.
Cool. Yep.
If it's only one person.
Yeah. Hey, give it some consideration.
I always
Hey,
listen to
the
what she
veil
says.
will be lifted and you'll see everything clearly.
Yeah.
You'll understand.
Everything makes sense because you know about chemtrails. And
You don't have to change your life.
chemtrails.
You don't
No.
have to change your life.
no.
But you just have to be aware and know.
Yeah.
It's like the veil is lifted.
And then everything is simple. It's really simple.
And you know why things work. You know why when
Yeah.
you elect a politician that says
Yes.
he's going to change things and nothing changes, then you know why.
Liars, liars.
Well,
Hands-on
yeah.
buyers.
You don't know how big the lie is.
Yeah, it's a big one.
I don't think I found a lie bigger than this one. This like puts it all together.
It's like the umbrella, right? Would you say that?
Yeah.
Like the umbrella and everything else is under it. Because I had fragments of this. But
If you watch that
Yeah,
the
the two-
/begin, that will give you my 3 favorite videos, and you'll have
which is
everything
that?
on here.
Which is that one?
It's on the back of my postcards. Flat Earth 101
101.
/begin, and I have
It's
time
yours?
lapse of the sun. I made this
Oh,
through Flat Earth 101. We're going to Hoboken to meet up tomorrow, Upper New Jersey. I try to get around and get the people from New York and everything. So I got a guy came in from Greece, and he's visiting relatives in New Jersey. He's coming.
Oh, nice.
See, people are really reaching out. They're looking, they're searching, they're hungry for this stuff. And yeah, it is amazing. Look at all the books that they censor. They
Yes.
censored all these books. And these are doctors and scientists, physicists. And they're censoring all that from the schools. Yeah, and look, see, schools censor evidence. And people get offended at that. And they're, well, tell me the truth. Is it the truth or not? You know, if it's a lie, I don't want to lie.
And then this, look.
NASA.
And you know, some of those from like different years weren't the cloud formations the same.
Yeah.
And they admit it's
They just
CGI.
Photoshop it in
But
there.
here, you know, if they really put a man on the moon, they can't get our weather patterns right, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
Or
there's
they
no,
lost the technology.
you can't land on the moon. It's a
not-
filament. It's a
yeah,
filament.
It's an illumination. It might be an
Yeah.
illuminated. So we don't know, because they said, well, what's it made out of? I'm like, I don't know, I haven't been there.
Well, I teach that it's a filament, like the sun. And it's like the sun is positive, the moon's negative.
Oh, yes,
And
yes.
and it's in a torus field, you know. So that's what I teach, because it gives the idea then that you can have, instead of gravity pulling everything down, you can have diamagnetism, which is pushing down. That's how we're standing on the earth. That's what holds us down. Some other people say density and buoyancy, but that doesn't give a down force. You need to
Yeah,
have that
it's just
down
a more-
direction. So that's why I teach the diamagnetism.
And I have to, this is what I have to really study a bit more, which I haven't.
It's all right.
So that you...
Well, we'll have
when-
coffee sometime, and I'll
Yeah.
fill you all
There
in, and
is-
I'll make your brain explode.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to love it. You know, so I won't just be making puzzles a ton of lady. I make a puzzle a day, because sometimes your brain, when you start doing things, you can get... So
Oh, yeah.
Once I started this research, it was like wow.
Yeah. I walked out immediately. I walked outside, and I looked up. I said,
Yeah.
you really are. You have an eyeball right on me. I can,
Yes.
you know, it's like right there.
And you know,
You know it.
another thing. Imagine, see, when we think that the Lord is millions of miles away, that God needs me, we think, oh,
It doesn't
you don't think
matter.
about it.
He won't see me.
He won't see me. But just like a police officer, if you knew a police officer was within range, you'd behave. And we'd behave on Earth a little more.
We would love each other, and we'd be kind to each other.
Knowing that He created, that we are His special creation. We are the special creation that He put in a protected environment to protect us. And look what we're doing. We're screwing it all up.
Well, you know who's
But
doing
you know
that.
who's doing that. Marilyn, I love you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I'm glad you stopped.
I'm so happy.
Me too. So we'll do that. We'll do coffee or something. No pie. I can't afford pie.
No, I went on this keto thing.
Oh, keto. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah. And it's very healthy for you.
I'm sure eventually I'll be I did get rid of
Good to meet you.
meeting you.
Thanks, you too. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We got our puzzles.
Yeah, good. This is excellent. Hey there, you interested in science at all? Want to have a science discussion? Oh.
The baby mustn't didn't pay for them. Sorry, lady.
Were those from the table?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, those are clear. Yep.
Okay, 50 cents.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you.
Is it the same bag? Same color bag? No, but the same color. Right.
I don't want to talk about that again. Hi, interested in science at all?
Yeah, thank you.
There's things you can look up yourself at home.
Thank you.
Sure. Right. We get to the point in one way, because we used to redo puzzles, is because they would fall on the floor and the dog would get them. So we got to the point that every puzzle was missing a piece and chewed up.
Well, that would make it more interesting.
Yeah. Sometimes my mother was very creative. She would actually fabricate another piece from the box. Wow. To fit in.
And then you didn't know exactly where that was.
Yeah, but the colors would kind of go, you know, so you wouldn't have the frustration of, where's that piece? Oh, that's the piece that's lost. Yeah. Yeah, she was
More creative than I would ever be.
Yes, this is it. You have come to the right place. You're going to do some serious reading. You have to. These are all...
Oh man, you got that.
Yeah, you should. You really should.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you have more red to read.
You interested in science at all? You can take this home and look things up yourself. There's 10 proofs. So you could look at that up yourself.
I don't know if they just don't.
Heavier, so these stars can he wants family.
Yes, Mastiff does, yeah.
Yes. They have what you type in banana.
Done shopping. Okay. Did you get them from the tables? Right here, so they're 25 cents. So it's a whopper $5. I was going to say they're a whopping $1.
I always gravitate towards the nicer bags and then they're all gone, right?
There you go. But double holds a lot.
Yeah.
How you doing?
You gave us some pamphlet.
Oh, did I? Okay.
But yeah, so you like, so they give you the options available, like single banana, pound bananas, whatever, and then you just pick and then you send it from the coupon.
Right.
And so your first order, it's a $5 fee. But your first order, they don't charge you, and then your order, there's $100 on the charge.
I was wondering.
Yeah.
Gary and I were talking about it. Like,
No, so, but if you're over $100, then they don't charge you. But yeah, that's very easy. And then how do you pull up to the front of the store, there's a spot where you park, there's a number you call and you say, my name is such and such, and I'm here to get groceries, and it brings it out for you. No, it's nice, because my problem is that by the time I get home, like I basically have 5 minutes and then I have to start cooking dinner. So I don't always have time to go to the store. Hello. Hi.
Interested in science?
Yes, but
Okay. Do you want us to just
Don't want the truth?
Sure. Okay.
I know what I believe.
I don't believe this. I know it.
These are all, these are from,
Okay.
All right, so.
We making confusing on purpose. It's up to you if you want to, or okay. Are you put all the yes in the box? Yeah, we can leave it here and then you can pick it up. Yeah, no.
certain things like that.
I can carry it to your car. Yes.
Interested in science?
No.
There's 10 proofs that we don't live on a spinning ball.
Yeah, it's like I would have picked one.
You could look it up. It is weird, isn't it? It's very weird. 3 years ago, I said, that's really weird. Now I teach it.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, when you're ready, just kind of pick it up and then do it. Okay, thank you so much.
It's wonderful to see you. How's your little girl not little anymore? I imagine. She's in college, her first year of college. Oh, where? She goes to Penn College. She's in the culinary arts program. She's amazing. Very good. Excellent. You must be so proud.
We are.
Get rid of it.
That was a 5-1. She got that out of here. These, I don't know.
Come on, give me your best shot.
4.
Your hardest question that you could say that I'm crazy.
I have no idea.
Yeah, best. What's your best proof we live on a spinning ball? You want to look these up yourself? There's 10 things that you can look up. You can question, are we being told the truth?
All right.
Yeah.
I went to get paper, but there was no gift there, so I just saw it on this.
Well, I have a little bit of Johnny, that's
I'll go to the library. Okay, perhaps.